everyone, and welcome to my December and January recent reads wrap up. I didn't read that much in December or January, so what I thought I'd do is combine both months into one video so I have a more substantial amount of things to talk about. So let's get into exactly what I read across both months. First up, I read two books in the Seanan McGuire Encrypted series. Specifically, I read Midnight Blue Light Special and half of Ragnarok, and both of these were absolutely fantastic. If you don't know what Encrypted is, it is essentially a Seanan McGuire series where we are following the Price family, who are essentially the Addams family if they were really interested in cryptids and keeping them safe from people like the Covenant, who want to wipe out the cryptid population across the world, and it all goes from there. And it is absolutely fantastic. I absolutely adore this series. I love the storylines we get in here. Specifically with Midnight Blue Light Special, we are following Verity, who wants to be a ballroom dancer while also helping out the local cryptids, and she's trying to save them in New York from a Covenant, essentially trying to come in and destroy all of the cryptids in the area. So she's trying to keep all of them safe throughout this book. And then in half of Ragnarok, we are following Alex, who is Verity's brother, and he is in San Francisco if I remember rightly, and he is working in a zoo, and suddenly people start turning up dead and they are being turned into stone as they die, and it all goes from there with him as you're following exactly what's going on, who's done all of this kind of thing. And both of them were so much fun. Like I said, I love the family dynamics throughout here and all of the little tidbits you get from the rest of the family. I love the humour in here, I love the mysteries of them. They are excellently done, and I had a fantastic time with both of them. I also listened to the first three Murderbot books again because I wanted something to listen to while we were putting up and taking down decorations, and then when we were making drives to go and visit friends and family and things like this, and they were once again absolutely brilliant, and I loved every single second of listening to these books because they are so brilliant. They are so funny in places when Murderbot is being sarcastic. They are also brilliantly done in terms of the mystery of what happened with Grey Chris and everything else, and also talking about humanity and all of this kind of thing. I really enjoy them. I love the world of them. I love Murderbot's sarcasm, like I said. I also deeply relate to Murderbot because I too just want to be left alone most of the time so I can watch my films and read my books and all of this kind of thing, and then I keep on being interrupted. I definitely relate to Murderbot in that way. I love that about these books, and I just love these books in general. The world, the storyline, Murderbot and all of the other characters are absolutely brilliant, and I have loved re-listening to them. And I definitely think throughout the rest of the year, or until at the very least we run out of books, we're just going to be listening to them on drives and while we're in the house just doing stuff, all of this kind of thing. And I cannot wait because these books are definitely some of my favourites. I adore them. And then the final book to mention before I go into a few of the comics I also read was Human Rights by Juno Dawson, which is the final one in the HMRC series, and oh my god, was this good. Obviously it's the final one in the trilogy, so I can't give you too many details because spoilers, but my god was this good. This wrapped up the series absolutely perfectly. It gave everyone exactly the ending they deserved. I could not have ended this any better. The final battle was incredible. Everything, the plot twists were absolutely incredible as well, and were giving me whiplash at points, going, what do you mean that's just happened? And everything else, it was just done perfectly. And the only way I can really express to you how good this book was, because obviously it is a new 5-star read and a new favourite, exactly like the other two in the trilogy. I still need to read Queen Bee, but I have no doubt that will also be a 5-star read for me. But the only way I can fully express to you how good this book was is that I am not a book crier. I do not cry at books like ever. It has to take one hell of a book to make me emotional, and I was listening to the ending of this and getting genuinely emotional because it was all wrapping up and I did not want to leave these characters whatsoever, and I was getting emotional because this was the last time I was going to be with these characters, and that just made me so emotional. You have no idea, and that is the highest compliment I can give this book. It was incredibly well done, incredibly well written by Juno Dawson. I I'm definitely going to be reading more books of hers because this series was incredible. And then Nicola Coughlan doing the audiobook as well. If you're going to read this, definitely check out the Nicola Coughlan audiobook because she does a fantastic job with all of the voices and everything else. She is an incredible narrator, so that was incredible as well. It just blew my mind. It absolutely blew my mind. It was an incredible read. I cannot state it enough how much I enjoyed this series. It was incredible and it is absolutely a new favourite. And then as for a couple comics I read, I also read I Hate Fairyland volumes 5 through 8 and I really enjoyed these once again. If you don't know what I Hate Fairyland is, it is essentially about Gert, who is a 6-year-old girl who gets stuck in Fairyland for 30 years and then tries to Deadpool her way out, and these were so much fun again. I will say that they are not going to be for everyone because they are very violent. Even though it is very cartoon violence, it is very bloody and gory in places and very sweary and things like this. But these were so much fun. I really enjoyed being back in this world again and rereading volumes 5 through 7 so I could then read 8. And I just had a fantastic time with them. Once again, I Hate Fairyland is definitely one of my favourite comic book series. And then finally, I also read Exquisite Corpses by James Tynion Volume 1, and this one is about the most powerful families in the world, basically running a competition every 5 years, if I remember rightly, where they each pick a serial killer or an assassin or someone like this, drop them all in an unsuspecting town, and the last person alive wins, and then that family rules the world for the next 5 years. And this was so much fun, like completely unhinged, but so much fun to read. I had a fantastic time with this. Once again, it is James Tynion, and I do believe that James Tynion can do no wrong when it comes to his horror work and his work in general. I really enjoyed this one, and I'm definitely going to be continuing on with the series. Again, this is going to be one that is not for everyone because it is very much about serial killers and assassins, and you do see a lot of blood and gore with that as well. So if that is not your thing, definitely avoid that one, as well as I Hate Fairyland. But I had a fantastic time with it again. Like I said, James Tynion can do no wrong, and I loved it. And that is everything I wanted to mention in this wrap up. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below, tell me a book you absolutely loved in the last 2 months. I would love to know. Or if you don't have that much time, leave me, I'm going to say, a witch emoji down below to let me know that you were here. I'll also leave a link as well down below to all of my social media if you want to check it out. Or if you just want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here. And over here will be the link to my previous video. But until next time everyone, bye!